I'm probably a bit still in turret range there. But what I'm wondering is if I'm directly above it, can I get out of turret range but be in my cannon range? I'm going to say no. Shields are down. Shields are down. We have problems. We have problems. I should be leaving. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Let's Play Empyrion Reforged Eden. I'm 7foot Dustbunny, and today we are going to be speaking to this lady to kick off the main Project Eden quest. Whether it'll be slightly different from what we had before, now we should be running the quest line, which appears to have disappeared, which is interesting. Let's make sure we've got the main story activated. We've already completed this mission. So, so maybe I thought I had to go speak to the captain, but I guess not. I guess the infected is the next mission, which we'll have to have a look at. Now, the infected, I think it said something about tracking down some colonists there. So it said here, difficulty medium, track down what happened to the colonist on the snow dwarf planet of the Sienna system. In Sienna, in the Delta system. Now, I don't know if we're actually in the Delta system. I think we're in the Alpha system. We are. So that is something we are not going to be able to do until we have a CV, which is making a CV high up the list now. It's something I've been sort of avoiding doing at the moment. I've been hoping to run into maybe some suggestions of CVs, so if you've got some. If not, I'm going to try building one, which in this system, I'm not quite sure how that's going to go. We're going to speak to the captain anyway and see what she has to say. She says, hello and welcome to our ship. We're currently studying nearby gas giant Alpha. Beauty, isn't she? We had this before. If there are new missions, solar missions, they'll be down there. Yep. And she wants us to survey the Alpha system, which I'm not sure if this will now come up as a mission, because before we went across to Alpha, maybe it's here. So this is, so there's Revenge, which is slay 50 Xerax soldiers and 3 commanders, which is all well and good, and unlock points are useful. Exploration data is useful. Science and research. So side story, Decay World, Lost World, but there doesn't seem to be a distinct survey Alpha. So what I'm going to do, I will try, because it does say here, for example, GN, G3K, and we'll have these missions. So this is visit the habitable star system in Andromeda Galaxy. You must walk to a star system. Starter systems do not count towards credit, so this will not count. So going back to Alpha will not do anything for us there. Alpha did have a lot of materials available, although it had quite a bit of hostility. So the other option, well, one is to go home, because obviously we have a home base there. 2 is to start looking around, because we went to Alpha Moon before. We haven't been to any of these. Notice this one says medium and these two say easy. So there could be a fair number of resources there to get ourselves started, and it could be worth building a base in this area in order to start thinking about building up a CV, because there seems to be quite a few resources there. That's cobalt, isn't it? Do we have Neo? We do not have... I do not see any Neo nearby, which is upsetting. Neo is something we are 100% going to need. So we need to start looking around to see if there's any at least planets with Neo nearby. Because without those planets we are going to be in trouble. Right. Apparently it's not looking good. That is poor. But that doesn't mean we're completely out of luck. Because if we start looking at asteroid fields here, we might find somewhere, these asteroid fields, somewhere there is some neodymium. Which again is not looking promising. It's my understanding that this may be different for a small warp drive in Reforged Eden, as it can be in Star Salvage. You can have it that a small warp drive can take you outside the system, but I don't think that is the case here. Yeah, zero light years, only AU. So yeah, it cannot take you outside the system. So, with that in mind, I think the goal number one needs to be, if this system hasn't got much neodymium, we need to get out of this system. We can come back to the starter system, but we need to get out of this system to something nearby. Preferably a G-type star. I mean, there's Delta, this is starting system, this is starting system. So I'm guessing starting system's not so good. Gorgoran seems like a nice target. Yeah, so let's say or Rune Alpha. So I think these two are going to be our targets, and there's a couple down there. So we can look at Gorgoran to start off with. That's 10 light years. And Rune Alpha is 24, and Raisin L is just on the limit at 30. So I think we can certainly start considering those. So the way I think we're going to have to do this is we are going to have to patchwork ourselves a CV capable of getting off a planet. Now to do that, we're going to need bits of an existing CV. Now we've already found on some of the moons of Haven there were some CV parts, so that would probably be a good start. And I think we saw some, oh that's loud, on our previous system as well. But I think I'll probably start back in Haven and see what we can pick up on the moons of Haven, because they were slightly less hostile. Though actually first I'm gonna check out, as I'm here, the two other alpha moons and see what's available there, see if there's any good candidates. So we're on the first moon here, just taking out a drone that was just sitting by, and we're gonna try and check out what the possibilities are here. Looks pretty limited from this wreck, but we're gonna see what it's got, because you never do know. Hopefully, if we have, do we have our salvage core on us somewhere? We should have, yes, thank you. We have the salvage core. We will plonk that away for now and perhaps clear up some of our other crap in our inventory just to make a bit more space. We've got a bunch of cash, which is always good, but we don't need it all in our inventory just at the moment. Hopefully we're not going to get hit by a drone. So I don't know how this looks. There we go, it's not too bad. Okay, so I'm going to take the bullets back off here fatally, which will almost certainly lead to my demise and my instant regret, but we're going to do it anyway. And then we're going to see what this has. So we've got a couple of cannon turrets, a couple of cargo pallets. It has a CV grade warp drive. There we go. Just like that, we have a CV grade warp drive, which would be excellent stuff. And a detector and various bits. So this is very worth digging up. So there's plenty of digging up needed here, but we can certainly do it. Quite where the CV grade warp drive is in relation to this vessel, not quite sure, because it said there's 2 cannon turrets and there's only one there. This could mean quite a bit of digging to dig this out. So this one, what we'll do is I can rename it because it's crashed, so I can say CV warp, and that will mean at least I can recognize it as having a CV warp drive. There's several fuel tanks which are good. There's some cargo containers. Let's see what we've got in the cargo containers. Anything particularly useful in any of these? I mean, mediocre. Oh, we've got a drone incoming or something over there. I don't have a detector, but I'm sure there's something incoming, so we'll check that out quickly. Just see if there's anything else left there. Bit of food, which we'll certainly be okay with. We'll hope that that's taken out that ship and we're not going to have any surprise death coming along. No, nothing particularly exciting in any of the other cargo pallets. Okay, but it does have them, so it would be enough to get started for sure. Yeah, woo, we do have something. Oh, there's a cannon drone. And we'll get rid of you. So I'm going to continue going around picking off the odd drone, because it's very handy to pick off the odd drone. Brings in some goodies, and probably stuff we'll need, because we'll end up with a cannon turret on a ship for a while there, just sort of probably defending us while we get ourselves set up. So yeah, CV warp drive. I have forgotten clearly to take the salvage core off it, so because there's, oh yes, that's one other thing I didn't check. There's at least one engine there, but how many other engines do we have here? Thrusters. Definitely one. So we've got very limited thrusters. We've got basically 1, 2, 3 thrusters. So we're going to need more than that. We have got a cockpit and captain's chair, so that's useful. But I think we're definitely going to salvage our way out of this situation, at least to get ourselves to the next systems over. So that's my current plan, and this is going to mean building a very basic CV. Iron is definitely a good option. So I'm going to keep looking around, see what else we got. Okay, I'm kind of intrigued. I've discovered a question mark just here in trader territory. Unfortunately, the mineral wise is not looking good. All of it's in someone's territory. And we're not friendly with the Polaris yet, so I gotta check out the rest of these, but that's looking painful. Obviously we can mine there. We might have to take on the stealth outpost depending on what that's like, but this has a nice inviting skull on it, which, you know, what more could be exciting about that? I'm just gonna see, can I like retrieve this? Not possible to remove foreign core. Okay, so it has got a core. I was just wondering if I could drop down like inside, if there was a POI in there or something. But, lovely. I mean, looks so inviting. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. We need to get the hell out of Dodge. Okay, we've found drone central for the Zurax here. We found a drone base. We found a forward base, which the forward base just started roasting us with lasers that were really eating our shields. So that was not good. But yeah, okay. So this one little planet had the one ship on it that had a warp drive. So that's good to know, but it's not enough for it really to be a good platform for it making a proper CV. So we'll go to the next moon, we'll check that out as well, but I suspect that will be very similar. Whereas the moons around Haven had a couple of crashed CVs that would make very good platforms for future CVs. So we'll probably end up going back and having a look at that. There's one heat signature over here which could be something. We'll take a quick look as we're passing by and see what we've got. That's just a tungsten deposit. Okay, never mind. Right, straight on to the next moon then. Okay, so ooh, what the hell was that? Okay, something is shooting at us. We are in range of the big Zurax base. I've already had... Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, he is shooting at us with a bit of meaning. Okay, whatever that is, it means a bit of business. But it's shooting like homing rockets, but very slowly at me. But I don't want to get hit by one of those, because I'm suggesting they probably do a reasonable amount of damage. Ow. Oh no, not too bad. But still, enough that I probably don't want to get hit. But there is a crash transport rear here, which may be interesting. So I want to see if there's anything here. If I can get down and tuck behind it. There is a Zurax base there. It's only a level 1. There's a possibility I could actually take out the turrets, of course. And that would certainly be interesting. That is a standard multi-tool, but I will have it for now. I don't see much else. Yeah. Let's not stand there facing the big gun. We'll just put down this and check. But this might draw some fire. So, okay, they've got nothing really interesting. Okay. That's fine. So we found out one ship that's, well, so to say, interesting. Don't know what the odds are of me getting shot here. Even more if I can't get out of the ship because I got it in pilot mode. Let's grab those bits. Thank you. But I'm guessing this thing's going to shoot at us again. Yep, woo, that's some red shit. Okay, and what do we got? Cannon white, woo, wow, those arc round corners, don't they? So there's some fairly reasonable guns that I'm probably not going to be able to deal with. Whoa, yeah, they got some reasonable cannons on them. Oh, crap. That's not the way to do it, Sev. That is not the way to do it. Oh no, we are upside down in a hole. Okay, I need to get the hell out of here. I should be in that view so I can see what I'm doing a bit better. I mean, the light shields are holding their own, just, but if I can get like up above it, can I get out of sort of turret range? Ow, 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 ow. So, yeah, so like if I am, I'm probably a bit still in turret range there. But what I'm wondering is if I'm directly above it, can I get out of turret range but be in my cannon range? I'm going to say no. Shields are down. Shields are down. We have problems. We have problems. I should be leaving. Okay. Now is a good time to get the hell out of Dodge before I end up with a really big hole in my ship and stranded out here. Yeah, we've lost the front. We've lost some serious front end of our ship there. Okay, we need to be a little bit more careful right there. Are you telling me I have lost the shield generator? Or did I turn the shield generator off by accident? I turned the shield generator off by accident. That was a genius move. Good job, Sev. Good job. So somehow when I went to press C, I hit X. And that is one of the things I don't like with the positioning of that button. Because it can lead you to turn off your shields when you don't actually want to. So yeah, there was nothing of use there, but we did take a bit of damage. Okay, so I've had a slight minor change of plan here. Which is, I was just perusing the space menu, thinking of heading back to Haven, because obviously we know some of the moons on Haven have some nice bits for them. However, I did then notice that Alpha 2, which is a medium difficulty, it's a desert planet, not breathable, but it does have neodymium, or it should have. Based on the scans. It's not a guarantee, but it should have. And then we've got a couple of moons there. We already know at least that there's a warp drive available here on moon number 1, so we can go and pick that up. And I definitely know that there's some thrusters available over here if we need them, but neodymium would certainly allow us to spice things up a bit, and most of the other basic resources are available on either moons or not. So we might go and check out Alpha 3 and see if that's a good place to maybe set up a short-term base again, and then I might ferry some stuff over and see about setting ourselves up good and proper. Well, no one said the place was going to look hospitable. There is a Polaris trading station above, which could well be useful. One of those moons looks absolutely horrific. Looks like a lava moon. But that's not always a bad thing, because while lava moons suck to live on, they sometimes have some good stuff around them. I might just see. I'm really interested here. So we have a Polaris trading station, which is great. But the Polaris trading station might offer us station services. I'd be interested to see how much it would cost to actually repair the ship, even with its minor damage. And see if station services are now available. So, how much would you charge us on station services for a repair? Not a lot. I'm going to take that. Yay! So does that mean, yay, front end of the ship is repaired. Happy days. You know, what's money if you can't get your ship repaired? Mainly because that drill, that front end drill, might actually be useful. We've got some resources in orbit which we'll be able to check out. So that front end drill could well be useful for us to gather some resources. But let's head down onto Alpha 3 and see what's there. And then I might consider setting up a basic base. I'm not sure if my Nook still stands up in Reforged, because there is no T1 core. So I might have to edit it in creative and then see about using it. Well, while it's a big planet, it does have to be said there's quite a bit of Zirax activity here. There is also some alien activity here, which is actually pretty nice, because if this is what I remember it to be, yes, this looks like it. So these are really easy to deal with if you know what you're doing. All you have to do is, there's a core right there, so all I need to do is light that core up, and then any materials in it, there'll be no spawns at all, and I get to harvest the loot container, which has neodymium. Excellent. A Gatling cannon and some fuel. There will be some more fuel in here, and there'll be a generator underneath it, which if we want we can certainly take. So we could quite easily slap a salvage core up there and then retrieve these, which actually could be quite good. That's not the button I wanted, is it now? Because that will be at least a small fuel tank and a small generator to start our ship off. And if we want, we've got some hardened steel blocks available to us, and even some xeno blocks if we want them. So this whole thing can be quite useful, but I'm not going to load up too much with it. I'll take those bits because they'll definitely be useful, and then I'll carry on exploring around and I'll see what else we've got. But there are quite a lot of Zirax heat signatures around I keep running into. What I really want to find is, while water may be limited on this planet, I would like to see if there is some. If not, I'm going to have to make an O2 generator because it's not breathable. So I'm going to need to be mindful of that. And again, there's a very heavy Zirax presence here. Lots of shielded bases, which are more than I can take on. But again, a helix here. These are slightly trickier to deal with. But again, if you're flying, not so much, because you should be able to, if you wiggle yourself in here, particularly if you come out of pilot mode, please, for just a moment. We'll come out of pilot mode and you can level yourself off here and get yourself right in. And if you've got a ship like mine where the nose of your ship is relatively straightforward, you can actually reach the alien container, see if there's anything useful to have, which in this case wasn't actually amazing. Yeah, it was less than wonderful, and we're technically full on all our slots, and that's that looted, and we didn't even have to deal with the bad guys, so that's good. Yes, our side thrust isn't enough to hold us upright. This kind of looks like an oasis or something over here. There's definitely some trees. Okay, we don't have any water here, but definitely some trees might be a reasonable place for a base in terms of just getting self started. And run into neodymium and stuff again. I would like to find somewhere preferably not in Zirax territory, just so as I'm less likely to get roasted when I walk outside the door to my ship. Would be nice. So there's some spots over here, maybe they're outside of Zirax territory. That would look reasonable. Seems to be a bit of foliage of some description there, which would just indicate it feeling a little bit more hospitable. I'm not saying it will be super hospitable, but there'll be some basic hospitable stuff there. which might be useful. But yeah, going to continue exploring around here. We are pretty full up, but it's nice that there's a Polaris base just to the north as well. That appears to be handy. I'll check out those. We'll check out the Polaris base. We'll see what we've got. Okay, so we're coming in over the Polaris Megacorp. They have apparently some of the nicer resources here. They have some wreckage, which again actually could be useful for harvesting stuff. They have a trade station, which will definitely be helpful. Yeah, they have two of the major iron deposits, which are a bit of a pain in the ass, but one's outside, so that's not a big issue, because there's one down here. There's also a pirate outpost here I've just happened across, which might be worth attacking later, as we don't seem to be able to get anywhere with pirates. I had a couple shoot at me as I was going through the space on the way here. So I'm thinking our time with pirates may be done, which is upsetting, because I really wanted to see where those pirate quests were going, but there seems to be really nothing else to follow along with. Now I will jump back and see whether the Red Rogue reappears at any point, but I got a feeling, like I say, that's kind of done now. So, I mean, I guess this is one of my sort of feelings, and I mean, though we're only on the early episodes, takeaways at the moment with Reforged is it's great, isn't it? Ambitious project, complete overhaul, you know, really good from that point of view. But hello, there's some water here, and it feels quite unfinished, and they're adding things like industry and all those sorts of quests. Like a lot of the side quests seem to be there, which is good, but a lot of the main quest seems to be, well, missing. And that, I guess that's one of my complaints with main Empyrion as well, is that many of the side quests seem to be missing. So it will be a complaint here. Sorry, that the main quest is incomplete. So I mean, the complaint would remain the same here, is that I'm not sure it's worth focusing on all the extraneous stuff if your main quest isn't there yet. But I guess that's where some of Project Eden comes into play as well. I'm sorry, but holy crap. I've just driven past an unknown helix, and there is a ship here shooting at the helix. I am terrified to get too close, because again, it might come to bear on me. But is that a Zurak ship? It doesn't even show up on my radar. And I am for sure close enough that it could attack me if it wanted to. It does not seem to be doing so. Oh no, is that cannon coming to bear? No, that cannon is not coming to bear on me. So it says Rados on it, so to me that is Zuraxian. Yeah, it's a Zurax patrol vessel. It's not shooting at me, but I figure I should get out of the way before it changes its mind. There are some free colonists here as well, by the looks of it. I mean, it's good that they're shooting that helix. That helix is one I haven't looted as well, so that would be good to come back to. There doesn't seem to be any crash ships here. There's the odd heat signature, but yeah, there's a few resources around. There's definitely neodymium and things like that up for the taking. There's quite a bit. It's all small deposits, but they're just small deposits, but lots of them. I'm not sure if we have ourselves a pre-made base here. This is a Xerax patrol vessel HQ. Now I have taken one of these down before. The only bad news is this might be on the patrol vessel's route. So, you know, tends to end up with a patrol vessel coming around, which would obviously not be good. But yeah, I've taken one of these down before. You can open them up and you should be able to get in somewhere. I mean, I'm sure I've been in one of these before. I definitely took one of these down in that was Escape from Nemesis. So that would be a nice little base to start building up your CV on. I mean, can't seem to, that seems to be not allowed, but I mean, you know, there's not allowed and there's not allowed in my book, because there's not allowed and there's I'm just going to blow a hole in it. The problem is, where's the core? I have a funny feeling the core on this might be hard to get to. I'm trying to remember. So there's some containers up there which we'll just take a quick look at. See if there's anything interesting in those containers. Even though we've probably not got any space for it anyway. But hello. What you got for me? Anything? Nothing particularly exciting. A flux core. I'll take your flux core. And I'll take this one as well. Sure, I'll take those. But yeah, I could theoretically get inside, I assume. I mean, if we just like that, yeah. 1, 2, 3, and we are in. Just like that. Now, I get the feeling the core is in this bit somewhere. I mean, but it could be buried underneath there. And that would be really difficult to deal with. But because this is half blocks here. So if I was going to put a core, I'd put it in this half block area here. Or at least I think that's half blocks by the looks of it. Not full blocks. Because these are full blocks. So that would be half blocks. Hello. Whoa. Whoa. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Would you mind terribly just dying? Yes, why can't I shoot you? You're hitting my shield. Really? Are you too close for me to actually shoot at you? I mean, the problem is you're probably going to have nice resources. And there we go. Does it giga down? We've learned a new creature. Magnesium powder. Iron silicon ore. Wouldn't say super exciting. But yeah, I mean, because this could be a protected place to keep this shit. So as it's not getting too likely to get hammered. But we could get in. And have some basic, you know, building stuff inside here. We just need to core the place. Which might not be as easy as one might think. So, let's see. If we reload a second. Can we... I'm not sure I'm doing enough damage. I am damaging that block, but not a lot. And what do we got? O2 and a core. You see, I made a good call. The core there, for sure. I wouldn't mind the O2 though. I don't want to lose the O2. It's interesting to me that there's a range on these, that they're like too close to fire. which is interesting. Interesting dynamic I haven't seen in Empyrion before. So yeah, it's a good call at the core. I'm glad I didn't go at it with explosives. So there you go. So that said no more drones. Now, I don't think that's entirely accurate right there, that there's no more drones. But it does mean that the CV effectively has no base. So I'm not quite sure what happens with the CV. But I think test number 1 is going to be, let's slap a real core in it and see what happens. I mean, if I stick a real core in it, what's the sitch with the... So we've got enough we've got plenty of CPU. When are we liable to be attacked? Next attack unknown. What if I power you off for now? Could be handy though. Could be a nice little base which I can expand on. There's a crashed ship just over here which might have some thrusters or something for me to harvest and some blocks. I mean, unfortunately there are some fairly close by Xerax bases like a missile silo which I'm not going to be able to do anything about. But you know, such is life with these things. I think it might be the way to go though. It'll save me a lot of building and it will save me trying to bring in the Nook, which is not going to have a very big base for building on. Oh god, I'm very full. I'm struggling to take off. But yeah, I think that's gonna be our new patrol base, and we have some a medium neodymium deposit right outside, which would be excellent. I mean, let's just have a flyby. There's a comm station over at the other one. How serious are these? Relatively serious. If I got some rockets on this though, I could potentially take that down. You know, a couple of flybys, ram some rockets into the turrets to take them down. I potentially got myself a big Xerax base I could take down, which would certainly be useful. And like I say, there's some plant matter, and there was something wandering around there. Yeah, okay. There's some basic plant matter not too far away. Get me some basic veg. Might be able to set up some farming there. So yeah, I think this is the way to go. I am going to set that up as my base, I think, for now. And we're going to need to get some turrets on it, I would say, for basic drone defense and things like that. But I think this could be a good for us. It's a bit low in the area for solar. You know, solar's never fantastic. It's always best. I mean, this planet is kind of even anyway, but it's always best near the equator. But I'd probably still slap a load of solar on it just to subsidize our sort of power supplies, because then you can get away with it. So yeah, I'm going to start doing some work on that. Okay, so back at the base, I've been giving it a bit of thought, and yeah, my plan is basically to open some of this up a bit, and I'm going to get rid of all of this bit here to open this space up, I mean, we should uncover, I'm assuming, where the core is yet, and that there. But then I can use those blocks to cover that area back over again. And that's alright, because then I can put some more stuff up in the ceiling in future. So that will be step 1. I'm not sure why. Are those hardened steel? Why are they different? Who knows? Then I'll probably put some shutter doors there. I mean, I may even extend this up and move this all around to take this actually up to that level, so as we have a bigger living area, because I'm gonna need to get a main constructor in there. This whole shebang here looks good, but it's going, because this little shebang area right here I'm probably going to turn into a garden in order to get myself going. I mean, what I seriously actually need to consider is I have portable constructor. I'm not sure if I have one of those. Atmospheric condenser, I need one of those. I'm going to need it sooner rather than later. I'm going to get a portable constructor. I'm not sure if I brought one with me. I might have one. No, I don't. I know I have lots of stuff back on the planet with my original base, and I may go back and get some of that. But right now, we're just going to concentrate on getting this base in a situation where it's up on... Oh, God! Ooh. Structural integrity might be an issue. Oh, God. I broke my base. Okay. So, yeah. Let's just have a quick look at structural integrity. Because let's see, we seem to have a few issues right here with structural integrity on this unit. So this block, I guess, was close enough that structural integrity was not a problem, and that's gonna have to be fixed, because I've just lost God knows how much resources right there and put a massive hole in what will be the base. Oh, God. Oh, wow. And these were all hardened steel blocks. Oh, wow. That is unfortunate. I should have checked that. That was foolish. I should have checked that. Okay, so what we definitely need to do is harvest some blocks to build something up here, and then get some structural support here, and possibly the same right here, and that will resolve this issue before I start taking more blocks away. So for example, we've got 20 blocks and a shortage of oxygen. So if I say, right, here is going to be roughly where the door is, what we'll do is we'll bring that up to there, and that can then go to there, and suddenly this area is green. And then if we grab that and that, and suddenly this area is green. And that area is suddenly a lot happier. I mean, I'll bring another pillar up there anyway, but that will strengthen these areas out significantly. And like I say, I'm going to put shutter doors here anyway, so what I'll probably end up doing is bringing some more up the side here, because that is definitely a serious problem with the structure here. So let's start, I guess, here, and here. And then I'm going to just bring something up there to come up and support here. And then this lot can start to be filled back in. But I mean, at the moment, we should be able to maybe fix some of this. I guess if I start grabbing bits of this. I've switched to the basic multi-tool, not the advanced, which is going to be slower. But I figured then I wouldn't use all my advanced multi-tool and could use that when I needed it later. But I wasn't expecting to have to repair this base quite so much. And I've lost some bits that were going to be useful right there, so that's been pretty upsetting actually. That's pretty annoying, because I really wanted to have this as just a platform that would protect me, which is why I like the fact it was already hardened steel, because it was gonna protect me good and proper. Now I end up having to replace a whole bunch of that with hardened steel, which I'm probably going to have to manufacture myself at my own material cost, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt. I mean, it should just be titanium, but it could mean a couple of mining runs just to get what we need together for that. So that would be like so. And at least now, I think basic structural integrity should be somewhat maintained here. Because that should be enough to hold all this out, and as we build across, it should join up, I think. I mean, it's very on the edge here. And I'll look at seeing possibly adding some more support going back through as I work out where I'm going to put the actual farms and things. But I'll probably look at putting some more support out there to try and strengthen it up. But yeah, okay, so this is going to be our base. I'm going to do a bit of work off camera in between episodes. It will certainly not be finished by next episode, so don't think you're going to miss all that. But, you know, I'll probably do some repairs and sort out the problem with the fact oh god, I have no oxygen and I need to get out of my drone and sup on that oxygen tank right away to stop myself from dying. So I'll get the portable constructor down as well. I'm going to grab these containers so I can start using these, because these are going to be important for storing materials, because they can store more than my ship can, and we'll get stuff started. But in the meantime, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, like and subscribe as always, and join us again next time when I'll see if I can not destroy this base. Thanks a lot.